Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump into some reality TV. Let's go over the circle. Now, this is going to be a little bit different from my past circle reviews because I don't want to go back and take notes. And we're about to go through episodes 10 through the finale from the Dome because they were very lackluster. It turns into a very kumbaya fest. Trevor and Mitchell tried to stir up a little bit at the end, but a little bit dollar short, a day late, dollar short, you know that saying. But let's get into it. So I believe at the beginning of episode 10, because after 8 and 9, we still didn't have anybody blocked. So we see Kat go around finding out where she went wrong. She's kind of thinking to herself, maybe I should not have went after Chloe without knowing who her true friends are. I think she kind of started to get wind that she might be in trouble. She had a conversation with Mitchell about it, and I felt like, girl, that should have been the only person you talked to about whatever you felt about Chloe, Emily not visiting Chloe. To me, it was a stupid stuff to trash your game over anyway. Who cares who Emily went to go see? You knew it wasn't you, so who cares? It wasn't like some secret twist. I mean, I guess a twist was put in the game, but it wasn't like another Joker was revealed or was some kind of superpower was revealed. So I'm like, who cares who she went to go visit? So let's just get into the rating. Did they do the democracy thing? That was a waste of time. I ain't care nothing about that. They did something about drawing pictures of their constituents, and I didn't care anything about that. Like, everybody had a nice picture. The only person who didn't have a nice picture was River, and that's because Trevor wanted to throw a little shade at calling River calculated. By this time, by the end of the game, if there's no you know what I'm trying to say, if it's not no hard evidence, you're not going to sway people against people who have been working together since the beginning of the game. So let's just get right to it. The ratings happened. Cat ass at the bottom. Cat trashed her own game. I don't know who went in what order, but it ended up being Courtney and River were the two influencers. Let's get to this influencer circle. The whole time I'm rolling my eyes because I'm like, not Courtney. I got a lot to say about Courtney. In the final, we gonna get there because this is gonna be quick. The whole time, they knew they were gonna get rid of Kat. They weren't gonna get rid of Chloe. I thought they might have got rid of Trevor to be strategic, to try to get rid of the Chloe and Trevor bond. Who cares if Chloe gets mad? Like, I'm tired of everybody playing this game for other people. What about yourself? That's why y'all ass is lost. I wish somebody would have a strategic block, but oh no, now, well, she was talking about my girl Chloe. She come against the Kardashians, so she got to go. And I'm like, somebody put this on Twitter, and it totally made sense to me. I'm like, the Joker, who was Courtney, trashed Chloe, said Tara Lisa was a liar, Courtney was fake, and could not be trusted. So in Kat's mind, she's like, well, the Joker said don't trust Chloe, so maybe it's something to Chloe. But then when Kat comes to you about distrusting Chloe, Courtney, who was the Joker who put this in Kat's mind, is like, no, that bitch didn't. No, she ain't trying to come against Chloe. But I'm like, you the one who put it in her mind not to trust Chloe. You were the Joker. And it's like he had no forgiveness. Everyone else had forgiveness for it. Like, Chloe was like, well, maybe, she was just playing the game a little bit too hard. Even Trevor was like, it wasn't that hard, but maybe she, was just trying to play the game, but she doesn't know who's friends with who. But Courtney, who is the Joker, who started the shit, I can't believe she came against one of my Kardashians. I can't wait for her to go home. Yes, bye. Her and Mitchell. And I'm like, I don't like Courtney. He gives me straight up anybody but a black woman vibes. Like, it was so hard to watch this black man trash the two black women of the show just because they came against a white woman in the most simple way. When Savannah was the liar, to me, I know everybody got their team, but to me, Savannah was the one in that situation who lied. But he capes for Savannah just because Savannah wanted to save him. I mean, you knew Savannah 24 hours. And then Chloe, just because she gave you a little bit of English slang and you a Kardashian, you caping for Chloe, but you put in this black woman's mind not to trust Chloe. I didn't like it. I would like to see like the way he rode for River and Chloe so hard. I wish the black people would have got together in this game and say, let's ride for each other the exact same way. But I said it in plenty of reviews. Not all black people get along. It just because you black don't mean you going to get along. And Courtney done showed us. Let's move on from him. So Kat is gone. She is blocked. Everyone saw that she was real. Everyone was like, "Aw," except for, Courtney in his room laughing, not giving a fuck. He made it hard for him to like. He just made it hard for me. He made it hard for me to like him on this show. So let's move on. I don't know what else happened. They did some more boring kumbaya shit. Some people linked up. Anyway, now it's time for Trevor to finally play the game. Because really, I'm happy Trevor won. The Lisa girl, I liked you. I like you. I don't want to say past tense. I like you. I follow you on Twitter. No, I did not unfollow once the show is over. Because she put out a tweet. Please don't unfollow me now that the show is over. I didn't unfollow you, girl. I like your personality. But you really were not playing the game. You were playing along. You were being cool with people. But you didn't want to get no strategy together to the end when you saw the writings on your wall. So this is what I want to see more of in the circle. I want to see cliques getting together and spelling out their strategy. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step fucking 4. This is what we gonna do. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of the gameplay. Not this, he was the light of the world and rainbows and stars. Like, no, I don't want to see that. So Trevor tells Mitchell, whoever said it, Courtney is a joker. We got to get Courtney's ass out. He gonna win the game. And at this point, I'm agreeing with their ass. I'm like, between Courtney and Chloe, they gonna win this fucking game. Because Courtney, even though to me, Courtney had the biggest advantage of the game. Because he was allowed to go in anonymously, be the joker, pick somebody who is in his ride or die corner to be an influencer next. And he was allowed to trash to do whatever he wanted to do, which he trashed the people he wanted to trash and set up the strategy for the second half of the game with the new people. That was too much power for me. That was too much power for me. I believe the game could have totally been shifted if Kat and Mitchell could have gotten to know Tara Alicia on their own merit without the Joker trashing her. And I'm going to say this again. It's unfortunate that the African American woman has to be perfect. Where a white, I hope y'all don't take offense to what I'm saying, but the white woman got grace. Like, the Joker trashed both of them. Both of them trashed. The Joker did it. The African American woman, Tara Alicia, had to be perfect. It was like, even with Kat, they never gave Tara Alicia the fair shake. Anytime Tara Alicia said something or somebody said something about her, both Mitchell and Kat were like, but the Joker. But the Joker. But Chloe, oh no. Chloe was Cat's motherfucking number one. She ain't never say, oh, but the Joker. Mitchell damn near want to get in the bathtub with Chloe until he found out it was a Chloe and Trevor thing. It was never no, oh, but the Joker. So that's what pisses me off with Courtney. He probably doesn't have the understanding of it. He's young. Maybe he might learn. Maybe he doesn't care. I don't know. But to me, I wish it would have been more unity. These reality shows show us a mirror of society, and that's how society is. Black people have to damn near be perfect to get along, to move up in this world. Other races seem to get grace. And I'm going to leave that race stuff right there. If you agree, get in the comments and say you agree. If you don't agree, I know you're going to get in the comments and read. But let's move on. Where was I? I was talking about how unfair the Joker was. So, okay, they want to get rid of Courtney. So, I love Trevor's plan. He says, step one, you need to reveal something to Chloe to get in good with her. That was step two. Number one, you need to have a communication with, she called them the messy queens. Hell, River said he was a messy queen. So the messy queens, have a conversation with them. To me, that was a misstep. Those two were coming after you regardless. It didn't matter what conversation you had. And it did because the circle said this y'all last day. So it did kind of seem like, oh, so you want to talk to us on the last day. So step one was a womp womp for me. Step two, reveal something to Chloe to get her to trust you. He revealed that he was a virgin. Chloe looked like she want to break that virginity. She looked like she don't care. She want to try it. She want to teach you something. She want to show you some things. And Mitchell looked like he ready to take it. I don't know. Not take it in, consensual. A consensual take. He ready to receive it. You know what I mean. Move on. Step three, reveal. No, step three was make the trifecta. I never saw them solidify the trifecta. It was kind of like Chloe was like, I guess I can only trust you guys. Chloe has said this to every single person in this game. Every single person. She said, I guess I can only trust you. To me, Chloe played the best game when it comes to popularity because Chloe is the only person that I saw speak to every person individually to get to know them and to solidify some kind of allegiance to them. She didn't tell everybody you was my number one, but she did kind of be like, let's work this out together. Courtney didn't do that, but Chloe did that. Let's not, everything ain't gotta be about Courtney. Okay. Step four was to get rid of the Joker, get rid of Courtney. That didn't happen. So let's move on. At the end of the day, it's the next ratings. John was in there playing around too, but John got last, which he should have. I don't want to talk about Emily and Lance and this psychic thing. I felt like that was a disadvantage. It was a fun twist, but I really would have liked them to have some kind of power with it. Like, let Emily and Lance be one of the influencers. Let's see what John would have done with a River or a Courtney. I would have liked to see a real shakeup in it. Or how about you gonna bring John in this? Let John just have an immediate block. He just get to send somebody home for the hell of it. Like, let's put some twist in this game and get some of these people out of here, because to me, if you are not an original 8, you have no way of winning this game. No way. Period. Every season of The Circle that I've watched, from US to I watched the Brazil. I started to watch UK, but y'all know how I feel about links. But every season of The Circle that I have watched, if you're not in the first 8, you're not winning. So I think if you want people who coming in after the first 8, they're the ones who need Joker powers and twists, not the first 8. They already have the advantage of being there from the beginning and hanging on to the people from the beginning that they have the biggest connection with. But let's move on from that, because I don't want to get into that either. So it's time for more ratings. We don't get to see the order of anything because the only thing that matters is who's number one. They get to block somebody in secret. They're a super influencer and they have to block their asses in person. Now, personally, River is boring. Like, I like River. I like Lee. Lee gave some good, commentary from his apartment. But he's one of those, I'm playing with my heart. I'm not gonna be strategic. I just gotta play with my heart. I gotta be fair. No, River, you should have blocked Chloe. That's what I would have done. Who is next up to be super influencer? Courtney or Chloe? You don't know these people. Y'all were in these apartments for 2 weeks. I guarantee when y'all go back home, y'all not about to be kumbaya best friends. You probably won't even follow each other on the social media. I wouldn't give a fuck. Chloe, take your ass home. She probably got paid a bigger per diem just to show up. So Chloe, take your ass home. And the aha would have been lit. Yeah, I ain't River. But he blocked Mitchell, which gave Courtney his life. It just annoys me how much gratification Courtney got out of sending people home like they slept with his man. Like, oh, I'm so happy they're gone. Like, these people really did nothing to you. Tara Alicia did nothing to you because ultimately you didn't go home. I wish it would have been somebody else just for the fun of the game. Okay, bye, Mitchell. Mitchell gone. Let's move on to it. It's time for the finals. They get some breakfast. Oh, Mitchell did see River and the catfish, but that wasn't exciting. Let's move on. They got a little bit of breakfast. It's the finals. Let's get these final ratings out the way. I already said it. River voted with his heart, and I felt like River about to fuck it up because this is not how we play. This is not how we play. We don't vote with our fucking hearts. We trying to win the 100K. Forget them. Them are not your real friends, Lee. I wasn't mad at Courtney for the strategy play. It seemed like John was in there with the strategy play. I'm sure Trevor and Chloe had a strategy play too from the final results. But let's get to the main part of the final episode. It's time for us to reveal all the catfish. I was excited so many catfish were at this final round table because that makes the round table more exciting with the aha, I got you. So, of course, Chloe came out first. She looked good in that little red dress. It was cute. Then here comes Delisa. Trevor. Delisa body is banging in that bone and gold dress. Like, I like Delisa. I just didn't like that burgundy hair. I wish she would have did something more with the honey, like maybe a 1B. Like my hair, a 1B with a nice honey highlight. Same style, maybe a little soft curl. I didn't like the straight. Maybe a little soft curl, same center part. But just a 1B with a more golden highlight to match the dress. I think the red kind of threw it off. I know you had a wig like that in your suitcase, girl. But anyway, the aha is Chloe sees Trevor. She was like, it looked like somebody killed her puppy. She was so sad. She was like, I really fell for you. Can you? I guess. I don't know. I don't see how you fall for me. Trevor, to me, what I saw on the TV, he ain't say nothing too exciting to make me fall. He just fine. And Chloe looked like she just, if he was real, she want to test it out. Anyway, it wasn't no love lost. I think, not Tara Alicia, but Delisa played a really great game playing her husband. She pulled it off. Up next was Courtney. Courtney is actually short. He came bouncing in, and I'm rolling my eyes. Let's move on from him. Next came River. Everyone, Delisa said, I'm telling y'all, River is the catfish. River came in, it was Lee. Everyone was surprised that it was Lee. And it was cute. He was like, I'm a writer, and I've written as women in the past, and I just came up with a character, and I said I was going to play it, and I ended up playing my younger self. And I 100% believe River probably is his younger persona. Like, that's probably how he was at 24. And he just used one of his homeboys' pictures. Everybody is on Twitter like, what is Lee's old ass doing hanging out with 20-year-olds? Like, how is this 20-year-old your homeboy? I don't know. Maybe Lee's a professor. I don't know. Who cares? 20 is grown. Moving on. Last and definitely least to me was Lance ass. Who I don't know why anybody. We ain't going back with Lance. But Lance came in with Emily as John, and that was the biggest gotcha. Everyone was like, fuck y'all doing back here? And why y'all get second chance? If I was Tara Alicia and them, I'd be pissed. I ain't get no second chance. But they did a good job with John. I felt like the whole setup as the psychic Santa was the perfect setup for someone to get a second chance. I'm happy they put these twists in the game, so when there's a season 3, people will be more aware of, well, this might be so-and-so who we just kicked out. You know, people might be more aware of these things. And that was it. They had a good time. Congratulations. We ain't got to go over that. Let's get to this final with, it's the girl Melissa. Melissa, the host. She up there with Bryant and everybody else who been voted out. Bryant just looked happy to be there, which he should be. Savannah and Tara Alicia, ain't neither one of them learned nothing. They both got their own truth. It is what it is. They're supposed to be doing a reunion Friday. I want to see what these people have to say after they've actually watched the show. Y'all get in the comments, who was telling the truth to you all? I don't want to go backwards. I just feel like neither one of them would let the other be fake. Because at the end of the day, Tara Alicia did not lie. She didn't lie. Savannah just didn't like that Tara Alicia called her out on her fake shit. But Tara Alicia, you did start it. Like, you should have let Savannah be devastated. And you should have been devastated and be like, well, he was at the bottom. He went home and move on and played the game. I really feel like that. And then the rest of what y'all was doing, snakes, like, nobody was really a snake. Nobody did anything to anybody. It just was y'all didn't know how to be fake. You got to be fake in the chats. What I want them to do, let's hurry up and go through this because I got a few pointers for next season and we can move on. So at the end of the day, Tara Alicia and Savannah don't care. At least Kat learned the error of her way, the error of her ways. Like she said, I shouldn't have been caring about what Emily was doing. And Mitchell, everybody just happy to look at Mitchell. And he had a shirt on. It was unbuttoned low though. Moving on. Everybody gets the ahas of the catfish. We ain't got to go through all that. Who the fuck wins? Because ain't nobody else say nothing interesting. We just want to know who wins. But no. We're not going to bypass this moment. We're not going to bypass the moment where it seems like Tara Alicia understood that it was a game and it was no hard feelings towards anyone. Tara Alicia was sitting on the end. When Courtney came out, she was up to, embrace him or shake his hand, whatever. Courtney straight curbed Tara Alicia to go run and grab Savannah like Savannah was his long lost grandmother that he ain't seen in 15 years. I said, this bitch don't care nothing about you. Like, all you did was come in here, and I'm happy his ass lost. I'm happy his ass wasn't even in the final 2. I wish he would have been dead last. But all you did was come in, play Savannah's game, and let Savannah wiggle you into 3rd place. But let's move on. At the end of the day, John lost. And as I said, if you ain't in the top 8, if you're not one of the first 8, I don't think you ever will have an opportunity to win this game. Next was River strategy. It's all strategy because how River just went from being a super influencer to being in 4th. That was all strategy. And this is why I like the Circle Brazil. This is why I think you should flip the ratings at the end if you want to win. But when you start flipping the ratings at the end, you end up letting a person who's never been at the top win the game. And that's pretty much what happened because I ain't going to trip. Trevor was an influencer one time. I think Trevor was the one. Trevor was the one that got rid of Kat. I think I done fucked up my whole review. I did. It was Trevor and Chloe. That's what my ass get for not taking notes. It was Trevor and Chloe who ended up getting rid of Kat. And they should have got rid of either Mitchell or Courtney. At the end of the day, who cares what he should have did? He still won. Anyway, so let's move on from that. I don't even want to strategize. I made a mistake. Y'all probably already got in the comments and corrected my mistake. I done just figured out that I made a mistake. Moving on. So it's down to Chloe. I already said Courtney third. Chloe and Trevor. This is what strategy gets you. Yes, Trevor was in that winner circle one time. Who cares? But Trevor wins it. I'm happy Trevor won it. But if we be honest, based on all the past ratings, Chloe or Courtney should have won this. I really thought it was going to be Chloe and Courtney final two. And then I really thought once I saw Chloe and Trevor that Chloe won it. But once I saw Trevor won it, I had my life. I was like, great. I'm rooting for everybody black. I said it once, I'll say it again. I was rooting for everybody black except for Courtney. Because he wasn't rooting for nobody black neither. So I root for his ass. But anyway, I'm happy. I'm so happy Trevor, a.k.a. Delisa, won. I loved when she called her husband and we got to see that beautiful baby and her husband be excited. I believe she's going to do everything she said she was going to do with that money. But did y'all peep? Did you peep? Real quick. They couldn't even drop the confetti. Chloe had her ass over there with Mitchell shooting her shot. I'm not mad at you, Chloe. Do you, girl. Do you. The changes I want to see for upcoming seasons, I would like to see everyone start at the same time. Start with 12 people. Let at least 8 of them be catfish. Start with a whole bunch of catfish and just let people wreak havoc over the game. And as people are voted out, let them be able to give someone some kind of twist and get the ball rolling so you can get down to your final 5. Let some of the chats be all anonymous group chats. So people could start spilling good tea in the chats, calling people out, saying good stuff, and nobody had no faults. Because to me, those be the best chats when it's anonymous. That's when people spray people. Except for that drawing a picture thing, you know, people was too nice with that. But I like when it be anonymous. Do more anonymous chats so people can start spilling on other people, and then you got to figure out who they talking about or who said it, you know, stuff like that. And then those are the main 2 things. Like, don't have somebody vote out and somebody else come in, because I feel like you just don't have a chance, and it is what it is. That's the end of my review. Let me know what y'all thought about the circle. I'm so happy that it came back. Y'all should have 3 or 4 of these in the bank. In the bank. When is season 3 coming out? It should not be another 2 years. So I'm excited that it was out. I'm excited that I reviewed it because I really love the show. Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think they should change for future seasons, and we will go from there. I know this Friday will be a reunion, so I will review the reunion if it's some hot shit going on. If it's just a lot of foo-la-la, kumbaya that we already seen in the finals, y'all know what's up. Y'all don't want me to review that. No way. Too Hot to Handle is on the fence. I know that's going to start next Wednesday. I do enjoy the show. If it's good, I'll review it. If it's not, we just gonna watch for fun over on Twitter. But anyway, thank you so much for watching The Circle and reviewing The Circle with me. I had a great time. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Look at the list of shows that I review. I'm sure if you're into competition reality shows, I'm reviewing it. So hit subscribe and let's keep going. Until next time, I will see you all later. Bye.